Welcome. My name is Peter Strong, and I'm a professional psychotherapist based in Boulder, Colorado, and I offer online mindfulness therapy for treating anxiety, for depression, for PTSD, and also addictions. I provide online therapy via Skype. So I'm often asked how to overcome anxiety without medications. Is it possible? Is it possible to be able to break free from chronic anxiety without using anti-anxiety medications? It is. It is possible to manage anxiety without medications. And really, medications are simply a short-term fix. They are not a long-term strategy for healing anxiety. Medications may relieve symptoms, but they do not change the underlying cause of your anxiety. And that underlying cause is always going to be psychological in nature. That psychological habit that creates the anxiety may be triggered by many different things, some internal in the form of thoughts and also changes in hormone levels and physiology and so on. There may be external triggers as well, such as a death in the family or a traumatic event that produces a great deal of anxiety, the loss of a job, whatever it might be. There are many external triggers that can trigger that anxiety, but the mechanism that produces the anxiety is already present before those triggers became active. So we have to work on changing this underlying mechanism that gets out of control during anxiety disorders, that gets stuck, if you like, and it doesn't seem to resolve itself by itself in a natural manner of healing and recovery. So this is the focus of mindfulness therapy as I teach it. It's a system of working with your emotions, including anxiety, to help the emotion heal. That's the primary focus. We are not trying to manage anxiety, we are trying to heal it so that it's no longer triggered by those internal or external triggers. So to do this, we have to actually focus a considerable amount of conscious awareness on the emotions themselves. And we do this by meditating on our emotions. We actually learn how to meditate on our anxiety. And I will teach you how to do this, of course. It's not readily apparent to most people that they can meditate on their emotions. Most people try to run away from their emotions, try to escape them at all costs. But the clear result of trying to escape anxiety or fear is that you end up making it worse. The overwhelming finding from my experience and others as well is that the best way to overcome anxiety is to face it, is to actually form a conscious relationship with it. But this conscious relationship has to be non-reactive in nature. You cannot simply become overwhelmed by your anxiety or react to it with aversion or some form of self-criticism or some form of escape, such as addictions, you have to actually stay present with the anxiety and cultivate a non-reactive relationship with it. In this process, the first thing that happens is that you stop feeding that anxiety. The anxiety is very much like a fire, and a fire requires a constant fuel source in order to continue burning. Well, your anxiety is the same way, and the primary fuel is reactivity in the form of reactive thinking, secondary emotional reactions to that anxiety, such as aversion and self-criticism and shame, and behavioral reactivity, such as distraction methods or addictions. We have to learn to sit with our anxiety, not only with conscious awareness, but also with a quality of curiosity and friendliness. These are the primary features of mindfulness that make it so effective. So when you stop feeding the anxiety, it begins to burn itself out and recover and heal quite naturally, just like the fire will naturally burn itself out if you don't feed it with fuel. So that's the first part of mindfulness therapy, is learning to meditate on your emotions and develop that relationship that's non-reactive but based on curiosity and friendliness. And the second stage of mindfulness therapy is learning how to respond to the anxiety or any other emotion that is in pain with compassion. So this is an active engagement with the anxiety, treating it the same way that you might treat a child who was afraid. You learn how to comfort that anxiety. You learn how to create a strong internal relationship with it so that it's no longer left abandoned, which is by far the most common thing that I see. Their anxiety is abandoned, it's shut out through reactivity and suppression. So we develop a friendly relationship with it, and that allows the anxiety to heal, and it speeds up its healing process when we actually interact in a compassionate way with the emotion. There are many other aspects to mindfulness therapy that speed up this process of recovery from anxiety. If you'd like to learn more, then please email me and let's schedule a trial Skype therapy session, and you can see for yourself how this works. It's by far the best choice in the long run to learn how to overcome your anxiety without medications. Thank you.